real price trades.
Lake of extraordinary untrustworthy dice.
Oh, now you want back? Oh, no, you don't. You want back over here.
Okay, you can.
Very.
My jungle friend, bro.
Good job.
I do
See,
need to
if you
test
come
my
over to
dice.
this side, you'll get 2 people petting you. This. See, right here. You can sit between 2 people. Get twice the pets.
I get to raid again next
Yeah.
year. I'm so excited.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's so nice, right?
We patch new raids.
Yeah, that's so much better.
All right. You finish your intro?
No,
There is no intro.
I have made progress.
Well, baby steps.
Alright. So, Dungeons and Dragons, thank you for joining us. We are all rolled in. Introductions. I am Matthew Arnold, Dungeon Master. These are my playthings for the day. We'll start with our online players, starting at the top with Pip Fluff Earth Fist.
Hey, first is a tabaxi monk. He considered himself something of the caretaker of this ragtag group of heroes.
Thanks,
That
Mom.
did not take long. They clearly need a mother's touch. Right.
Well, that is what he would say that he provides. So,
Alright, we will skip our other online member for now. Starting with our live flesh and blood people.
There's 4 people.
Well, one of them's men.
Luke the Loot.
I am playing Luke the Lute, who plays the liar, but he's not a liar. He seems to be the voice of the group. Whether it's the good voice or the bad voice, that's yet to be determined.
Is it?
I mean, at least I don't get us in jail.
I got us out of it.
Alright, well, that brings us to Amir the Stormbreaker then.
Who also is not a liar, but sometimes gets people thrown in jail.
Why do we get thrown in jail?
Because magic. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, that's really the best way to say that.
Alright. Theo?
Theo Fairfax, 16-year-old monk warlock, is currently there, running away from his own problems and hanging out with these new people, starting an adventure that he may not come back from. But he's having fun, and that's all that matters.
Living life.
What was that?
What was that?
Is that a war monk or a monk lock?
Monk lock.
It's a wonk. Excuse me.
I love that, actually. It's a wonk now.
Wonk.
Alright.
Wonk.
And finally, we have Orphan.
Orphan, half-orc blood hunter who's still seeking Zaire to extract revenge for the death of everyone that he cared about.
Plus some.
Yeah, plus some.
Alright. So, we did not play last week. Week before last.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Out of jail.
We took
Okay,
on the sewers.
Yes.
Wow, really?
You started off
Yeah, not really.
the morning of your foray into the Undermuk. Let's start off with... Who went first?
Like jumping? Or...
Who went first through the pat down?
I did.
Luke, what happened?
Well, I rolled a natural 20 and deceived them, saying that I wasn't hiding anything.
Were you hiding
You mean you
anything?
lied?
I
But Crystal, but Crystal, but Crystal.
But Crystal...
I did not stick a crystal up my butt. Okay.
Oh.
Beat the
I-
shit out of you.
I, as the monk
Well, I think
and
we'll
sort
enjoy
of the
meetings.
support person, or not the monk, the bard. Sorry, as the bard and sort of the support person of this group, I felt it necessary that I bring one crystal able to revivify anybody just in case, but I had to hide it. So I made it taste like the wine that we drank the night before, and I swallowed it like a pill.
Yeah.
And convinced them that I wasn't hiding anything, and all was well.
And then we beat the shit out of you.
And
And
then-
you
pop
took
it
your
back up.
place. You got your parachute.
I got my parachute. Are we? You want me to?
Nope, just you
Oh,
go to the cliff. You
Okay,
wait for
and
that
I'm standing at the
emergence.
cliff.
Okay.
Ready to jump to my death.
Who went second?
It was me.
Dio. How'd you pat down?
Go on.
I walked up and the person was like, "Are you hiding anything?" And very cockishly was like, "Just my excitement." And then I walked past him. Do you mind? What the fuck, bro? And then I went and got my parachute and was just ready to jump.
All right. Third.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
Who was third?
I think that might have been me.
Mira.
I think so.
How'd your inspection go?
Well, they looked through the belt pouch the yogurt said I was allowed to have that we put spell components in, and they took those away. And they saw my little stone on a necklace, and I managed to convince them that it wasn't anything important, that it was just a token from my mom that I wanted to take with me, and they let me pass.
All right. You took your place, got your parachute. Who went after Mira?
I feel like it was Oslan.
Oslin did his thing.
Then it was probably no. I think Oslan was last. I think it was me next. Then.
No.
No.
Flip.
Oh no, you were last. That's right.
So
yeah.
Orphan, you're pat down?
Yeah, I didn't have anything, and I asked them if it would matter if I had said yes or no. They were like, "Well,
Why we asked the question?
are you using magical means, so it doesn't matter?" And then I said I didn't have anything. So
You took your place with your parachute. Oslin went, yada yada. Fluff, you went. Anything special with your pat down?
Nope. Fluff was open and free about not hiding anything because she had nothing to hide. Evidenced by her readily opening up her robe and doing a twirl.
God. I also had the Naoli Siren coin tucked into my hair,
Oh, yeah.
but I took it out and showed it to him and said that it was just a token I was afraid of the goblins taking if they found us. And they believed me.
Okay. So you were all gathered together on the cliff edge. How was the jump?
Fine. Nothing went wrong.
As soon as they told us to jump, Dio just jumped.
We figured out what direction we needed to be facing and
That's right.
oriented ourselves so that we knew exactly where we were going as we jumped. And then we jumped.
And then we jumped.
What happened next?
Jump. Well, we landed. Jump. That's what happens after you jump.
Mhm.
I
And
guess.
There was somebody there.
what?
There was somebody down there.
Yeah, there were a couple people. There was a guard that Yogurt.
Yeah,
Sent to us.
the guard approached us like in the middle of us punching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we beat up.
So at that point in time,
We
I
beat up
tried
Luke.
to make myself throw up to get the.
Oh
Yeah, they showed up to help, and we were like, just 1 second, and we all took turns punching him in the stomach.
Everyone helped me get rid of it.
And they're just sitting there, just like, yeah, we're gonna go this way. And we're like, hold up, like,
So all is well.
I
We
licked.
made it through the sewers
Punch.
uneventfully.
Yeah.
unfortunately,
The most uneventful adventure into the Undermuck ever.
I
Zero stars.
don't know if I forgot to mention it last time, but the last surviving member of the Brats,
Yeah, Jana was there.
Janet, And she had a flesh-colored bracer.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I didn't forget that.
So I didn't actually end up seeing the bracer, did I?
Yeah, we
You
all saw it.
thought, but I don't think you made the connection because you didn't roll well.
Oh,
At least not yet.
And she and Osborne would have been the only ones who had ever met this person, anyways.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I was the only person that saw Volsier's
Yeah.
bracer.
Maybe, I mean, Luke might have.
I didn't show it to anyone. As soon as I got back, he got to the stables and just sat there until he left and came back and found Mira in the stables and was like,
Dead bodies.
oh,
I think I see what happened here.
like, oh, how did these guys die?
Alright, so we made it through the Undermuck with some well-placed aid by your friend Yorgroot. You returned freed of any suspicion, any doubt as to your character. Yorgroot immediately took you to the docks and bade you leave at once. You have 2 ships from Cloudheim flanking your vehicle as you ride off. We will be picking up. You're all on the ship. You have gone off into your different areas. Dio's up front learning to fly. Somebody went to Quartermaster. You went to Quartermaster. Where did you go?
I'm at the helm.
You're up with
Navigating.
Dio.
No, I'm sorry, not at the helm. I'm at with the captain.
Okay, you're out on the ship.
Yeah.
Where's Mira?
I know I went and found Brody to see if they had any sort of like metalworking equipment, and then I think I went and joined Luke.
Okay, so you're out on the
Told
deck.
him not to trust the crew.
Fluff, where were you at?
Fluff went back to her quarters, went to the quartermaster to get some supplies to help rid herself of the rather pungent smell of the sewers,
Yes.
and then ended up going to the bridge to kind of help with navigation and whatnot.
Okay. All right. So you are all in your positions. The order has been given, and the ship slowly detaches from the dock and begins to float away.
I'm sorry. It got
Hey,
killed.
Fluff kind of told the person piloting the ship
Right?
that we kind of just want to go towards the gates that we had previously been out of, and then straight that direction, because most of our navigation directions that we know of follow like star maps, so we need to do it at night for more exact directions.
Okay. Cayman. What do you look like?
Hello. Half elf. I am 5'8", and robust 160 pounds. A little more than I was my youth, but I have graying, shorter hair than that, and blue eyes. I stand very straight and respectful. Trying to create an air bigger than myself. And I wear immaculate robes over top of which there's some leather armor. Well worn, but very well taken care of.
All right. So you are coming up the docks, having been informed by the Ivory Sanctum guards, and then in turn your route, where the Ivory Sanctum ship was. And as you walk up to the dock, the ship, you hear the ship whistle blow, and the ship begins to leave from the dock and floating off away.
You missed it.
Oops.
Luke, you have a pretty high passive perception.
Right back.
Mira? 12, no.
Let's
Fluff
hope.
is on the bridge they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
So, Luke, you are kind of looking around as the ship's taken off. You look back towards the docks and see Cayman standing there. I think you met him.
Nope.
Okay, you did not meet him. So, you see the form of this person. Cayman, what do you do? The ship is floating away.
About how far away? So within 100 feet?
Yeah.
Give or take?
Yeah. Maybe like 80 right now.
As quick as I let me think. As quick as I can. 100 feet. Cast on the ship, I guess itself. I will cast reverse gravity, so it comes back to me.
So Luke,
Yeah, it's 50-foot radius, 100-foot cylinder, based on the ship.
so for that cylinder, you reverse the gravity to make the ship go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And Luke, from the deck of the ship, you look back and you see this figure kind of like raise its hand, and all of a sudden, like the gravity in the space you're in, you feel the whole ship just reverse and begin to go the same speed in the opposite direction.
I look down. I really hope that's you and not the ship. That is you making us go backwards, right?
Do I see whoever's speaking?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry, I'm just trying to catch the ride.
Oh, well, let me get you a ladder, and I'll go and grab if there's like a rope ladder or something like throw it
It's
over there.
okay, I don't need it. And
After-
the ship's about 45 feet away from me.
After a few moments, the ship is close enough, within your 45 feet.
Once it's within 45 feet, I'll drop reverse gravity and I'll cast flying myself, and I'll just fly up to 60 feet of the ship.
You see the figure
I respect it.
take a step and float through the air up onto the ship. Snaps his fingers, lands on the deck. The captain and the crew that are present on the deck are all kind of like wide-eyed and staring, not really sure what to do.
So are you part of the guild?
Yes, my name is Cayman Zelosian. Are you part of the guild?
You would recognize Mira standing on the deck of the ship.
I am. I'm Luke the Loot. Nice to meet you.
The loot. It's a pleasure. I don't know you,
I
but
don't.
I've met her before.
The Stormbringer.
The Stormbringer? Yes, that was the name. Mira, right?
Yes, I believe we did meet a while back.
It's been a long time, and faces, they come and go. Hello. My name's Keeman, for anyone here. What's wrong, and what is happening? Can I ask?
Well, can we leave the dock now, or are we
I don't care. Go ahead.
I'm
Are
gonna-
you the captain?
Well, at this point, he's probably dropped the spell, and the ship is like going forward again.
Right, but they're all looking confused. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look around and be like, "It's okay, guys. We're all right. Let's
Back to
go."
work.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
So you're a Luke, right? You're the captain.
I'm not actually the captain. The captain's over there. I'm gonna point at the captain of the ship. I'm just the bard.
I don't look. Okay, whatever. That's all well and fine. Are we on our way then? Can I talk now? Is that alright?
Yeah. Go for it. What's going on?
What is happening? Here.
Well, have you heard of a person by the name of Zestric Plains here?
He sent me. I
Oh.
get the sense that something's wrong.
He sent you.
Yes.
When did he
Why
send
else
you?
would I be here with you?
Oh well, he got kidnapped.
What?
Yep. you heard right. Zestric Plains here has been kidnapped.
Nice. Got Mr. Smith.
And you know this.
Oh, it happened in front of our eyes.
Oh, so you let it happen?
You could say that.
Did. There.
Have you heard of somebody by the name of Zer?
There kidnapped Zestric.
Yeah. Yes.
Zer himself.
Zer absorbed part of Zestric's power through this black gelatinous cube that then he became more powerful than anything we could handle, which then led us to trying to do the best thing possible and destroy the vessel that they were on, but they teleported away before we could do anything else.
And how long? Who are you again?
I'm Luke the Loop.
Luke. Luke, how long ago did this happen?
Let's see. We slept last night, so 36 hours ago.
And
No, it was a
tell
little bit
anyone in the
longer.
guild?
It's been like 56.
No, it
It
hasn't
hasn't
been.
been at least 2 days.
It hasn't been 2
He
days.
spent the night
Because
in
we had
jail.
the one full
Jail.
day after it happened,
I get the
and then we
gist.
got thrown in jail the day after,
Why
and then we went to
anyone
the day after.
to tell?
So it's been like 3 days.
Oh well, we were in jail.
Why? Why?
Well,
Let's dig to the important questions.
Is it just these two that are present for this conversation?
Just
Would you be
idly
trying to go
standing by.
somewhere more comfortable for this conversation?
oh no, I'd be talking on the just on. The,
Well, yeah, but Cayman and Mira?
I mean, I would have at first, but I'm preoccupied at this point.
Okay.
Chris, you missed it. I cast reverse gravity to make the ship come back to us, and then I flew up here.
Okay.
So we were in jail because the long story short is we had to get the city on our side to give us aid because as you can tell by the look of this ship and how fast we're moving, which I don't know if you know, but we're not really moving all that fast because it's not really up to snuff.
Why
So
didn't you purchase a better ship?
we don't have that type of money.
Fair.
So we bought this ship and are getting it repaired, and we ended
Why
up.
were you in jail?
This person that you met before, Mira, she happened to do things that are, I would say, unethical.
Change them.
You
them into anything.
you charmed the councilman to vote on our side.
Not to vote on our side, to view our cause in a more friendly light.
Oh, did
I
it
didn't
work?
alter their.
It did work. I mean, they voted on our side, but then they figured out that they were charmed and we were put in jail.
Oh, you cast friends?
No, she just cast charm person.
Oh. That doesn't last very long. Okay. Good, I guess. Thinking
Just
outside of the box.
Yeah. So
There you go.
so now
What was the plan? What's the...
I just want to point out that Cayman has never done anything stupid. He's 100%.
Dude, he helped
The
Voltaire
plan-
torture some guy. Like,
what was that?
What was was the plan after?
Well, our goal right now is to go to a place of power called the Breath of Souls.
Okay.
To stop the
That I
cultist.
actually knew.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fantastic. Well,
Do you know anything else?
what what we know is that the cultists are headed there. So we're headed there right now.
Good. And you know where that is.
We have directions.
I would love to hear those directions. I have many questions.
Gonna shoot
Um,
Luke a look at this point.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like you would love to hear those directions, I bet.
Yeah,
3 days up.
I
Right up.
hold on. I need to sit. I'm gonna cast Wall of Stone,
Just make a bench.
and I'm just gonna
So
make
confident.
big table like a dinery eatery table.
Are there multiple chairs?
Yes, and there's going to be chairs. They're going to be
Oh, perfect.
locked in place because they're made of stone.
Perfect. I would sit in one of these chairs with you.
There is a common room-esque
Nope.
area.
Nope.
not
I'm here
there.
now.
Okay.
So it's just the two of you. I remember there being 5.
We've got a few friends. A couple of them are at the helm, helping direct where we're headed. One of them's
I don't really remember their names. I think there was an Oslin.
yeah, he's dead.
Oh, how long ago did that happen?
About
He's
20
on
minutes.
the ship somewhere.
Oslin's not actually dead. He's on the ship somewhere.
20 minutes ago.
Not dead.
Do you know Volsier?
I think.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, how long ago did that happen?
Volsier was the one that stabbed the guy in the eye after you tortured him.
I actually remember.
Okay.
Yeah, he died. He died when we the same night that Zestric got kidnapped. Volsier died.
No.
No.
You don't know that,
Oh, you're right. I don't.
but
Can you
yeah.
gather the rest of?
I don't want to die a normal death. I want to be killed twice.
The only person that you would have met before would have been Mira.
I think I met Oslin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Considering Oswald to be.
Yeah.
He's an NPC.
You got here.
I
Yeah.
can meat shield NPC him.
No.
I need
we'll
somebody
Please?
here.
We'll see.
Me shield.
Can you collect the rest of you? I'd like to ask a few questions.
I can collect them. I don't. Yeah. Okay.
All right, and also I have a piece of advice.
Okay.
I'm someone that you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Up until this moment.
Yeah.
Don't tell people you don't know everything about what you're doing.
But you don't know everything we're doing.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Don't give them as much as you gave me.
Well, you said you were part of the guild, and you seem pretty.
You just tell everyone who says they're part of the guild everything that is going on with the guild.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
I want
Pretty-
to say
pretty much.
this entire time I've been debating, do I insight check him just because I
like, I
care?
didn't show you the paperwork. You didn't show me your paperwork.
Right. So you don't even know if I'm a part of the guild.
Oh, I do.
You do what?
I do. I saw your route and I trust your route.
Oh, well,
My insight check.
Well, if you trust us, then I should trust you, right?
there.
What did you do?
My insight
I
check
mean,
on
you don't
human.
know that I actually know your route.
That's true, but I mean, Mira would have said something if she didn't know who you were.
Perfect.
I'll go grab everybody.
I-
I'm gonna stand up from the table and go and grab everyone.
That's fine. Somebody rolled something. Do I have to roll something?
No, I got a nat 20 on an insight check on you.
For what?
Okay, I'm telling the truth.
Just like, is he actually here because Zestric sent him? Like, does there seem to be an ulterior motive?
Nope.
Is he just naturally an asshole, or is that like a show?
Yeah.
Like,
I really feel like Luke and Cayman could like buddy cop some shit. Like
honestly,
let's just do this.
Good cop,
mostly
bad
the
cop,
insight
worst
check
cop.
is because that's just what I do now, and I've gotten really good at it.
All right, I'm gonna go and gather up the group.
You head to the bridge. You head to the warehouse quartermaster area, pick everybody up, and return to the makeshift stone table.
Do I insight check? Like, is there a reason to insight check?
I just ordered pizza, by the way.
You ordered pizza?
Yeah, I ordered pizza, garlic, little bread bites.
Oh, so
You actually got him garlic
you got
bread?
breadsticks?
No, they're like little garlic.
Oh, that's good enough.
And cinnamon twist.
All right. All right. So I go and grab everybody, and Orphan is MIA right now.
He's peeing off the ship right now.
He's peeing off the ship. Sweet.
Yeah.
On top of cloud.
Fuck
Fluff
those
is
people.
reluctant to leave the bridge.
And I'm Fluff. It's not even nighttime yet. Let's wait until dark, and then we actually know where we're headed.
What did I say?
Luke came and found you and asked you to come speak with the.
There. I don't know. This guy's name
The
is
husband
Cayman.
still
He wants to
doing
talk to all of us.
Cool. Let's go.
At least give him a minute.
Can I make a history check on the name Cayman? He's well known in the Ivory Sanctum, right?
Roll a history check. You would definitely know his name from the Sanctum. He's one of the. He's hailed as like a hero.
I mean, hero's probably a strong term, but
No,
Hero's a strong term.
No.
That's correct.
no, he's a hero.
I mean, we'll see. That depends on how our
Like if it was Fable, he'd have a statue somewhere.
Oh God.
What of him like stabbing the Queen of Iverson?
Something.
Watch him die in your campaign,
I really hope not.
and then somehow.
Alternate unit.
that sounds, it was a 14 history check.
So you know pretty much what I just said. He's a high-ranking member of the Ivory Sanctum, a hero of old. Old being a relative term. He was involved with the fall of the Emperor,
Memorial, common room.
and
Well, at hearing the name Cayman Solothian, Fluff is far less reluctant to go, and she readily gathers her maps and star charts that she was starting to spread out and puts them back in her bag and goes back to what was the common room.
Oh,
I'm not sure where. It's just
we're-
some random spot.
we're actually on the deck of the ship. Yeah.
We're going all the way back up to the deck of the ship.
Yeah. He set up a nice table and chairs, a nice setting for us.
We're sitting here.
Oh,
All right, everyone is gathered on the deck of the ship. Cayman is present.
Theo sits crisscross applesauce on the table.
You punk bitch.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cayman Solothian. Of course, you've heard of me.
Sure.
Uh,
Just now.
You got like 2.5 blank stares from the group.
yeah. I don't know who you are.
Oh, you should have listened better.
So
Anyway,
what?
Fluff, however, is
Not so you can see
probably
it.
visibly excited.
I mean, I wasn't a part of the guild, so.
Oh, how are you here? Don't answer that. I don't need to know. What's happened? Why?
So,
Where Sestri?
He's been taken by the cultists. meds here, you know?
I did tell you this already. Did you not believe me, Cayman?
Oh, I just wanted to be sure. What? No.
Teddy mirror is the best mirror.
So you're after the Well of Souls, right? The Breath of Souls.
Breath of Souls. If you want to know more information about that, I'd be willing to tell you.
Oh yes, lovely. Please.
So it's a place.
What raises her hand?
Don't need to raise your hand, but yes, you.
Are you really Cayman Losian?
Cayman. Or no, Cayman. Yes.
I also want it to be known I will forever be saying Keeman,
So
even though I know it's wrong.
You have to.
so you knew Ragnar, right?
Oh, yes, very much so. He's one of my best friends.
And Lilar?
This is someone I knew. Yes.
Damn.
And Idarlon Emberheart?
Yes, I also knew Aramon. A good friend.
Fluff, settle down. Just a guild member here,
You
okay?
signed my autograph.
And
You're chiseling your name into my armor.
who are they?
The night beast swoosh.
Who are they?
Who are they? I was going to ask about Ellis of tactics and logic.
Oh, Alice, lovely Alice. Yes, I'm saying Alice. Can I ask you a quick question? Who are you?
My name is for purpose.
We call her Fluff.
What do you prefer to be called?
Love.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, Fluff. How is any of this helping me understand what happened?
it wasn't. I was just.
Okay, you should help me understand what happened.
Okay, well,
I was just verifying that you know taking steps to verify that you might remember your compatriots. You know, in order to verify who you are.
Did I pass?
It was close, but you passed.
Yeah, what happened here?
So who is this, and why are we telling him everything we know?
For real.
This is a very powerful sorcerer who has done much for our guild.
Okay,
Sweet.
Zestrick sent him.
It sent me.
doesn't fill me with the greatest confidence, but okay.
So
When did Zestrick send you?
I'm sorry?
When did Zestrick send you?
About 3 days ago.
that would then explain it. Okay, before he was captured.
No, well, I guess I don't know. All I know is that he told me I was needed here, and he didn't teleport there, so something was wrong.
So
It was one of the Zestricks that sent him, anyways.
yeah.
You know that.
Know what?
What did you say?
Oh, the Zestrick has several forms.
Yeah, we know that.
Who? How? Who
Yeah.
told you that?
The Zestrick.
Just not supposed to be telling people.
Yeah,
But I guess I'll bring that up to you later.
No, it was your group, wasn't it?
It was Jack Stone.
Oh, it was.
Jack Star.
Matt, is that correct?
I believe it was Jack Stock.
What?
Okay.
I think why Bobby talking.
Yeah, so it was another guildie that we met recently, Jack Stone, who told us about this.
Jack Star.
In fact, he's one of the reasons that we were able to afford this grand, as she rolls her eyes, ship.
How long ago did you see Jack Star?
Just
The same night that Zestrick got kidnapped.
Did he know that?
Yep, we told him.
They left to Denisara the next morning.
We did inform somebody, and Jackson told us to keep on our mission with the Breath of Souls.
And he knew Zestric was taken?
Yep.
Because we don't have much ability to get long range communication going. We trusted John to
That was 2 days ago.
Yep.
yes.
Weird, I saw him later that day. Didn't tell me any of that.
He does seem to
That's questionable.
sometimes skimp on exact details.
Oh, time to time is yes.
I don't think forgetfulness has to do with it.
I don't think so either. It's just politeness. So we're headed to the Breath of Souls now.
That's our plan.
Where Zestric is?
No.
We don't believe so.
Interesting.
We're going to the Breath of Souls because that I was originally staying here to help the rest of what was this group. They called themselves the Ebony Order.
Boo.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Mention.
It's not great. But
No one else is a part of that anymore.
the group of
It's still in his
5 or
memory, that's
6
all
of
that
them,
matters.
of which I suppose Mira is the last remaining member, were sent along to search for the Breath of Souls. I was sent to help escort them there. I've been fairly unsuccessful in trying to push it along. But it seems like we might finally be on our way, actually, to the Breath of Souls. It has been complicated a bit by wondering what we should do in Zestric's absence, but we believe that we should continue our mission, as we're probably not the best team to try to go retrieve Zestric himself.
And more so, the Breath of Souls has become a pressing matter as far as the safety of not only the city we just left, but also the region as a whole. Being that we are under the assumption that the cultists have obtained a book that has instructed them on how to actually get to the Breath of Souls, and we are pretty sure that they also have the key to the Breath of Souls.
And this is more important than Zestric. Why?
Well, because we're honestly,
It's not necessarily more important, but we are not necessarily the ones most capable or best suited to try to go after Zestric. We consulted about this with Jack Ston, and he mostly agreed with us that it should be left to someone more capable to go after Zestric, and that we should probably just continue our
Yeah.
original mission.
Fluff is putting it very nicely. We're not all that strong. We're pretty new at this. A few of us, this is our first true mission for the guild. So going and rescuing Zestric from Zaire, who has now absorbed his power, that sounds like a little bit above our pay grade.
Ah, yes, and finding a place of power being hunted down by the being that Souls Zestric does.
I mean, that's what we were told to go and do in the first place. So, I mean,
It's the mission sent on to begin with.
yeah.
Wouldn't discount yourselves so much. At least, confidence. Chin up and whatever else people say to each other.
If we're getting down to it, we didn't even have the all the ability to say contact the guild after Zestric was taken. We were lucky that Jack Spawn happened to be in town and took care of that for us. So saying that we're not the most suited to go after Zestric, I don't believe is a stretch. You flatter us by saying that we should not discount ourselves, but in the same vein, we should not overestimate ourselves.
It's just trying to avoid conversations that's not relevant. So, you all have your reports of what happened. Can I see them?
You just heard them.
No, your written reports. So I know what happened at the moment.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you heard everything we have to say.
The written reports
What?
that at least one of you is to do during missions.
I think we left that at the guild hall.
You not so. If there's anything relevant that you don't remember, you can write them down.
Well, nobody here. I mean, none of us have been really tasked with that.
Oh, one of you should. I might have some forms. I don't know if I keep that with me.
If you have
we recruited a bookkeeper.
Cayman, I don't know if you're BSing us on this or not, but none of us have ever
Yeah,
been
I'll insight check
told
that.
to file forms. I've been,
I'm telling people to tell all the new recruits. Always write down everything you see in case it's important for later.
well, then I would get on whoever you told to tell us that. Because we were not told that. We were, sorry, I apologize. I can't speak for the rest of the Ivory Sanctum members in attendance. I myself was simply sent as a shepherd to this group. I was never informed of any procedure to file reports or record incidents.
Technically, still not in the guild.
Map maker by trade, and that is what I record.
I got a 23 on my insight check of whether or not the record thing is bullshit.
It's not.
it's not bullshit.
No.
It's real. And you never told us.
Well,
I mean, he's not part of the guild.
Okay.
You two both
okay.
just joined the guild. and
the
didn't
original
go through
trio
any
was hired
training
by
or
Jack Star.
No, I've been in the guild for a while.
Okay, well, you're the most
You have
likely
no
to know
excuse then.
I've been
No,
part of the guild
I have no excuse. But
I've
Um,
literally just been a blacksmith.
How long ago was,
came in. Question for you. Do you have any of these forms that need to be filled out? Any of this paperwork?
It's only been like 3 months in total.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
So, yeah, I've been part of the guild
I'll
for like a
take a
month.
look. I
Yeah.
probably do.
I did happen to.
I've just been a blacksmith.
I'm well educated in
Totally for you.
writing and keeping records. So if it needs to happen and we need to be doing it, I will be the one to make sure that it's done.
Oh, well and fine. It needed to happen and it needed to be done, which is the important relevance to now.
So then it doesn't
Okay,
matter
well,
now.
it didn't happen, so can we move on?
I was trying to get that way. Yes. I'm not sure why I'm here.
Neither.
I couldn't tell you why.
You're the one who pulled our ship back to the dock and flew up here, so you tell us.
I know. That Astrid said. There's Ivory Sanctum members that need what they need. And he'll look away from you all.
I mean, based on the stories of your prowess, we certainly could use your magical ability if we were to run into trouble on the way to or at the Breath of Souls.
You know, he wanted me to take you to the Breath of Souls.
I mean, our mission is to go to the Breath
He
of
was
Souls.
sent here to kill us.
Bad.
Yeah.
I already checked if there was an ulterior motive, and I got nothing back, so.
Sorry, I'm used to myself. There's so many places of power. Why am I trust Astrid so?
Perhaps you have information on places of power that would be useful to us?
Yeah, 'cause
That no one else has had much to share?
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's something that you should probably know something about us. We got sent here to make sure the place of power was okay, and we know nothing about places of power. Well, we know very
What
little.
much do you know of the world and how it works?
The sky is blue.
I mean,
Hey,
that's an incredibly broad question. I've been across much of the world, but until recently I've not delved much into anything beyond local customs and actual geography of it.
Apparently, the world is a dome, and eventually you hit a
what I'll
wall.
tell you here is pretty general. Oh, sorry, I have someone interrupting.
You just go to the other side of the map.
Yes, just talking in the background. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about the world. It is common knowledge, but not everyone gets to know common knowledge, and I don't put that against them either. So, when we are
Such an ass.
our souls go to tree of life, right? Everyone, anyone know that?
What?
It's something that I've heard, yes.
Never mind. Is that
I mean,
Sorry, I was just trying to hear.
one of the theories of what happens to us when we die, yes.
I mean, it's not a theory. You can go there and see it for yourself, and I don't.
is
Nonetheless,
that one
the
tree?
places of power are
The old campaign?
places where the tree.
No.
Well, where you can see the soul.
That is a secret.
Soul tree. In these places, you can tap into the power, soul. And the Centiarchs, gods, lesser gods, whatever you want to call them, they what's the best word? Clean, sanitize, what have you, things from the souls. So you can see why having direct access to souls
Gold stars.
is important, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they are. And all of them range in power and what they do. Some of you know the gods of bravery, of pain, war.
So, yeah,
Asshole.
just about everything.
Yes, and each one controls one point of power. And for many of them, most of them, we know that, and we know them. Sometimes we know where they are. In fact, I was headed to Nid, south of Nid, with Jack Ston party to help protect one of these places.
Would that be
But-
Denisaro?
What?
Would that be Denisaro?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it was. But I was called back here. You know the crazy thing about here, the breath of soul.
I mean, quite clearly we don't know the crazy thing about it.
No, that's I was adding that for dramatic effect. Thank you. Nonetheless, no one knows anything about this one. Who the god is.
We're
and the
doing
power.
okay, guys.
Is it me?
So we know just as much as
I
the
don't
rest of the
think it's
world.
me.
Yeah. If not more.
So,
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got fortune, they still didn't know anything until they stole the book. So we were ahead of the game for a little.
Yeah.
No.
You also had the key.
Yeah, but you know,
what?
I feel like a gone just had to.
The key to the Breath of Souls. Some of our party members used to have it.
Oh, what happened to it?
I look over at Mira.
Hmm,
I don't know what happened.
it was a funny twist of fate.
Well, one of our party
This
members.
I just want to be sure. This isn't something that happened while Fluff was part of the group. This is before.
No. Yes.
Okay. I was wondering why it didn't ring a bell. Just to make sure.
No, you're safe here. You're safe here.
That was a good one, though.
I believe it was traded for the life of one of our party members.
I told him not to do it. Also, I'm just gonna put that one out there.
I mean, I see the importance of that. Do not worry about that. You shouldn't have done it.
Oh, I didn't.
Why?
Fair. Understand it.
Also, the cultist thought the wrong person had the key.
What? I'm sorry, I can hear you.
People got kidnapped and people got traded around, and then we also actually got betrayed, and one of our party members joined the Undine.
That's out of character, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the important thing out of that is who has the key?
We believe the cultists do.
That's not good.
No, that's not.
We should go faster. Is there any way to go faster?
Yeah, let's kick this bitch into overdrive.
Can you fix our ship?
You certainly can ask.
Can we go faster?
Working on that.
What if we
I guess
shoot
the
gust of
reason I'm
wind
here
from the
is
back of
to
the ship?
Help you with Breath of Souls?
Are any of the guards from Cloudheim around for this?
I think they're on.
No.
Are they on their own ship, or
Yeah,
were there any of
they're-
them on
There's,
ours?
no, there's
None of them
nobody.
are on ours.
All that's on your ship is you guys and your crew.
The old cultist crew. Woo!
Like the redemption.
That's not a good when I learned that.
Well,
Don't
I'll
worry
go
about
over
it,
to
it's
one
fine.
of the crew members or the captain if she's around and ask, have there been any sightings of other cultist ships in the area that you're aware of?
Sorry, the first part that was cut off. What did you say?
Oh, talking to the captain of the ship, I'm asking if there have been any sightings of other cultist ships or if she knows. Or I'll ask, do you know how long it would take for one of the other ships from their fleet to get here? To make the pickup that you weren't able to?
The only ship that's been spotted recently from the bit I was able to pick up in the harbor district before we instructed her to be on the ship for leave. The only cultist ship that's been seen is the one that you destroyed. Best guess into another ship getting over here from the main fleet. 3 days.
Sorry,
we're
can I
lucky.
cut in a quick second, Captain?
Yes.
Other pickup that you were making? What are you talking about?
What? What did you say? No, I missed it.
Let's
Other
know about the other pickup.
Why? The main force? How do you know that?
And she looks downcast, like looks at the floor in shame. I was affiliated with them until recently.
Reason?
I now seek to atone for what I have done.
That's all well and fine. How long ago is reason?
Only a few nights.
Would you say 3 nights?
Ish, yes.
I got a 19 insight check on her, by the way.
She is telling the truth.
Okay.
So roll an inside check.
Yeah, go ahead.
As far as we know, much of the crew and the captain here were more pressed into service by there than volunteer.
I rolled a 21 for insight. Yeah.
She is telling the truth.
And first name. You sure your crew are okay with this? they'll follow your word to the end of the earth or the realm or what have you.
We have all felt a disconnect from the cultists for some time now, and they will follow me into death.
If I ask you this, I want to just confirm, if any of them turn on us, I will kill you. Is that
They will not.
Oh, don't worry.
And
You're
if they
not
do-
first in line.
If they do, I will be the first to kill them, and the first to offer my apologies.
No, I'm gonna kill him first.
You are.
No me.
We have that taken care of.
Okay.
It would be my right.
I have to tell you, I wish you found another crew. Or ship.
Time
Ship
was
is broken.
time was of the essence.
You said you wanted us to go faster. There's no way for us to go faster without a crew that was able right now.
Cayman, I wish we had a faster ship and a different crew that was completely free from the cultist influence as well. But as the great Donald Rumsfeld once said, you go to war with the stuff you got.
I don't know if this. All right. Well, I'd like to go somewhere comfier. Maybe have a drink. That's okay with you all, and someone show me how to get there, please.
If you're looking for somewhere more comfortable, Guildhall's over that way.
There's
Yeah.
also rooms downstairs.
The
Guildhall?
captain
Oh, I
will
mean,
gesture
there's
to
plenty of
someone.
room below deck.
Oh, this shit.
The captain will gesture to one of the crew members that are bustling around and have them come over and take you to a room.
Oh, I'm not leaving. You're all coming with me to explain to me where the Breath of Souls is.
Oh,
Gotcha.
At least
No.
whoever knows.
no.
I mean, I'm not going any particular place beyond. Well, once the meeting that we're having is over, Fluff is going to head back to the bridge. That's where she was planning on being, anyways. Fluff will say as much. She'll say that I'm heading back to the bridge.
Good. Are you navigating?
I've got the well closest to the best idea of where we should be going.
And I'll stick with you, and you can tell me how you know that. How to get
Very well.
Anyone else know how to get to where we're going?
Oh, yes, I do.
With us.
No. I'm gonna stick here with the captain and make sure everything's running properly on the ship.
Oh, Captain, can we go up to wherever we're going?
I look at the captain. I'm like, we should probably stay here.
Why don't you come with me, Captain? I'm gonna roll a persuasion check.
Okay. You may roll a contesting persuasion check.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Roll to 28.
Oh my.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't beat that unless I roll a net 20, which I don't.
You're going with your necklace.
Even that roll wouldn't. The necklace is a what?
Gives you advantage and +4, I think.
No.
Fluff has already left by the time you're trying to convince the captain and Luke to go with you. She was eager to get her maps out and spread them back out on the table on the bridge.
Yeah, I'm going back to do my job. Because
You
I
head
don't
up
give
to
a
the quartermaster.
I don't give a
Fluff
shit.
Heads up to the bridge.
I'm gonna go back
The-
and learn how to steer.
Yeah, you head up to the bridge. The captain looks at you, Luke, and then back at Cayman, and she says, "I can command from the bridge as well. Perhaps we should go there."
Make it so.
Luke, I can show you how to fill out the proper paperwork. And fluff.
Well,
I don't plan on filling out any paperwork.
Well, you do as part of the guild, so someone should.
Cool. Someone else can. I don't plan on it.
I can fill out the paperwork. Yeah, that's fine.
Also, just out of character, is that like a new thing, or is that something that was in effect,
So
say, 50 to 80 years ago?
no, that practice is only taught to joiners of the Ivory Sanctum that get trained in their main guild hall, like the main city of the Ivory Sanctum. So like anybody who joins the Ivory Sanctum out in the world, or is just like picked up by the guild, isn't really taught these things, which is why there's so much frustration between people who are in the guild. Those that do fill it out, those that don't even hear about it until like somebody's like, "Why the fuck aren't you filling out paperwork?" It's not a great system.
Good retcon.
Alright, well, we'll have to figure out some other way to talk about it. In maybe another game.
You know what? Someone here might have tried to help start this in the guild. Maybe they're a little upset that no one's doing it.
Is that someone new?
Anyway,
Let's do paperwork.
I'm gonna dismiss Wall of Stone so there's not a permanent people on the bridge.
The captain was about to ask you about that.
That's gone now. And I would go up and I'll show you the paperwork. You start with your company name or your whatever you call it, your branch name.
You're all on the bridge, and Fluff is setting up her little map area. Bolsier is standing next to Gripe, who's currently... God damn it. Dio
Nice try.
is currently standing next to Gripe, who is at the wheel. Luke, the captain, and Keeman, you all enter last. Where did Mira go?
I'm gonna say she went to the opposite end of the ship.
You
Just
don't
to keep
even
an
know
eye
what's
out.
there just to go. You just fucking fuck it.
Yeah, she's not a fan of Keeman.
All right, you will. You'll
But I'm gonna
wind
go
up in.
and be like keeping an eye out, just sort of generally about do I see anything weird, any like animals, if I see just anything going on from the other end of the ship.
So you start wandering around the opposite side of the ship and end up in the bottom portion where the warehouse and the sort of like construction area is. And after a while, pacing around, maybe checking the warehouses down below, stocking up and down, Brody will come over and try to chat with you, like starts asking you like, what dimensions do you want that smithy room, and like clearly picking up that something's wrong, he like kind of wanders over and tries to talk to Mira.
I guess I'll just like respond and try and give him an idea of like a small little workspace and just
So like will like you engage with him, like start talking with him, and like
yeah,
you don't just brush him off and be like, leave me alone.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
If it comes to it, like I'll ask if there's any sort of training ring and like see if he has any fighting tips and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, there's not an actual ring. And like he mentions, like I could make that happen though. Like I could make a fighting ring room.
Body chair.
And then like he
like,
points off. There's like a bare part of the warehouse that's got enough space where you could spar.
Yeah, but maybe spar a little bit.
Nice. You want to fight? Sure. All right.
Like, been a while since I've been in a real fight. Might be good to brush up a little bit before we get to the Breath of Souls.
Would you be fighting with your busted sword, or would you use another weapon?
See, I figure it would just be like straight melee, like hand-to-hand combat
Okay. Yeah, that's
for
cool.
this, or if they're like blunt sticks or something to use as a sparring sword.
Yeah, he could. He
Something
would
like
probably
that.
like just tear a couple of like planks up, like just snap them real quick and like hand you one. And get the fence. All right, so you're off doing that for a little bit. Orphan, you head down to specific warehouse area to speak with the husband.
Yep.
And are you just continuing to kind of apprentice under him, learning what to
Yeah,
do?
we're just trying to figure out how we want to run
Okay.
the system. Make sure we have
Setting up
everything
ledgers
figured out.
and-
Yeah. Inventory and whatnot. Running a tight operation here.
You.
Nobody's
Uh,
stealing under my watch.
The rest of you are up on the bridge. What's going on up there? Oh, that's right. Cayman is telling Luke how to fill out paperwork.
Yeah, will you start over?
No, we do not need to.
If I've got to
Matt
fill out
wants
the
to go to
paper,
the Breath of Souls.
if I have to know how to fill out the paperwork, I'm gonna know how to fill it out.
You don't half-ass anything.
Yeah.
Just roll an intelligence check later.
Okay, sounds great.
I like that. That sounds good.
Okay, so I need to roll an intelligence check once a day to write out all this paperwork.
What's your number?
It's not all that.
Great.
He was the slacker in school, remember?
Yeah. Remember, I went to school.
Our group
Uh,
is so
I
fun.
went
You're going to be the group that turns in their paperwork and then it gets like returned with like a nasty note. Like you need to fill out form 182B
You know
correctly.
the funny part is I went to the College of Lower, so I should know how to do this.
Definitely.
But I was the class clown that
Did not
decided to be the
graduate.
ASB president because everybody loved me.
So you're Bobby Hill.
If it makes you feel better, it's pretty simple to fill out. Because I created it. I only have an intelligence piece.
Oh, see, we have the same intelligence. Look at that.
Right? One mind.
We're so fun.
All right. Yeah,
Make
so
it simple as possible.
other than that,
Company name, your closest city, what you're doing, and then a description. Not that hard. I give out free charcoal graphite pencils. Single guild. You know how much that costs us? It's a lot, but I like people do.
Any highlighters?
I prefer pen.
are they still the old ones that get you high?
No, there's
Oh,
so many
thank God.
non-toxic chemicals in it, dude. Same with glue. It's bullshit.
All right. So after you instruct him how to fill out the forms, kind of cruising along for a little while. Greg's he's following the instructions he was given earlier by Fluff. Eventually, the sun sets, turns into night. The two ships from Cloudheim just keeping a steady 120 feet or so behind, just up on your left and right behind you. Everything seems to be running smooth. Making progress. What do you do as the night falls?
Well, this would be the point in time that we'd actually need to be figuring out where the direction is and things like that. So, although I'm not skilled at looking at star charts or whatever, I would help Fluff aid Fluff in her attempt of figuring out exactly where, what direction we need to be going.
So Luke rolling assist to Fluff. What is Fluff doing at this point?
Yeah, Fluff is just trying to get situated so that she's most easily able to follow the star charts to try to get us on course with the arrow.
Is that a D20 for that, Matt?
What's that? D20 for
Is
what?
that a D20 check? What kind of check is that?
The
Navigation.
navigation one?
Yeah.
I think I was doing an intelligence-based check.
Sweet.
Investigation.
Intelligence?
If it's intelligence, I got a 10.
I was thinking
No, survival actually makes more sense. Yeah.
That's wisdom.
Yeah, so survival, I think, is what we had been basing it on.
Yeah.
That's the sort of map making type of thing.
So Fluff will be rolling a survival check, while Luke rolls an assist check.
I wrote a 10.
10 is just over.
Before Fluff does all this, and if I know what's happening, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration. You got this. This for Fluff.
It's you can just call me Fluff.
Okay, I apologize if I got.
It's I understand it. It makes most people feel as if they have a mouthful of cotton trying to say my name, but
I hate it when people say people's names wrong.
fortunately, I mean, I never say my name wrong. That would be something absurd to do.
I'm gonna.
It should be fixed.
I'm gonna after came in, like was like, hey, you got it. I'm like, hey, now that's my job, and I look at Fluff. I'm like, you got this, and I give Fluff another bardic inspiration die.
Valuable.
Thank you for the mail.
Do they stack? I don't think they stack.
It doesn't say anything.
stack.
You override his. Keeman, you feel your magic fade.
I think Luke has a bigger
Yeah, mine's a 1d8.
probably Bardic Inspiration die.
Keeman, you feel your magic fade.
Cayman, if it makes you feel any better, I rolled better on the D6 that you gave me than I did on the D8 that he gave me.
Doesn't make me feel better.
Luke is feeling insecure about Cayman showing off.
I rolled a 1 on the D8, but I rolled a 4 on the D4 or D6 that you had given me.
Ouch.
So thanks a lot, Luke.
You're welcome.
Thank you for believing in me. I got a 14 plus that, so I got a 22 total.
Having had to
Yeah, let's
locate.
screw it. Add a D4 to that. I can give you that.
Does anybody want to cast Bless or Guidance?
No, you're too late at this point. Just take the damn D4. We're done.
Dude, I was completely joking.
You took your hand off the piece. It's done.
Okay, so I did get a 4 on that D4. So
Yes.
All right.
You're
You
welcome
easily
to that
locate.
end of luck, sir.
You easily locate the sign in the sky and instruct Greg to follow it, or at least point him in the direction that you see it. He follows your instructions, and the ship floats on.
Once we're on course, I'll turn to Kieran and say that we don't necessarily have a great idea of how long this journey would be. The passage that we got through in actually a couple different books that told us where to go indicated that it was 3 days past the broken crown. I'm trying to remember the exact.
It's the Shattered Crown.
The 3 day journey past the Shattered Crown. Based on our reading, it a mountain formation, I believe.
Yeah, there are 5 mountaintops. We go to the center one. You know, it's all kind of a little bit confusing, but don't worry, we get it.
I mean, the point that I was trying to get to was that, like, it says 3 days past, a 3 day journey past the Shattered Crown towards the arrow. Based on the fact that it was in both books in roughly the same language, leads me to believe that meant it was a 3 day journey on foot. So, I mean, hopefully that'll be significantly faster once we get this airship completely up to speed, but we also don't exactly know how far the Shattered Crown is from Cloudheim. Right now, we're more just navigating in the direction of the arrow based on, triangulating where we are according to the star charts.
I don't know if that's a common phrase, the crown, shattered crown. Would I be able to roll a history check on that?
Sure.
18.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, that's all very vague. That's not too sure we're going the right way.
I mean, it's not it's not 100%, but I mean, it was a very similar type passage in multiple books that we were able to find. That was really about the only passages alluding to the Breath of Souls that we were able to find or were allowed access to in all of Cloudheim.
Do what we can then.
So I mean, this is our best guess. This is our second go at heading out from Cloudheim. Hopefully, this one will go a little better than our previous experience.
Well, last time we were on foot.
Yes, we were traveling by autonomous cart last time and ran into some trouble with setup from the cultists and some mountain hags.
If they know where we're going, I believe we should probably have a watch and I'll turn the cap.
Oh yes, I mean we have people on deck up high looking, and that's partly why we have these two Cloudheim sponsored guard ships following us.
Ah, yes. Well, I'm of no use here now. Does anyone need anything from me? No? Alright, well, I'm gonna go eat, because I'm starving.
You do that.
Thank you for your impression.
Just a minute.
And then I turn and leave.
All right.
Can you guys believe that we have the Zelosian or Cayman Zelosian on our ship? It's amazing.
Yeah. Who the fuck is this guy? Like, walking onto our ship, acting like he owns the place.
I snap and like, he's one of the chosen.
The what? Like, I don't care who he is. Okay, this is our ship, and he's walking out of here like it's his. Okay, like, I appreciate the help that he possibly might bring us.
He could buy the ship 7 times over.
Then fine, give me the money so we can get a better ship.
6,000.
I'm like, you know what? If he's here to help, I appreciate the help. I really do. But I also like feel like it's right now we've told him everything that we're doing, and
I mean, he's no Lilac, but yes, he should be a great help.
Oh boy.
Go up, I can hear you.
Oh, boy.
like if he let's see what he can help with. So far, he hasn't really done anything except for heard all of us and gotten all the information out of us. He doesn't even know what he's supposed to be doing.
He pulled our entire ship back to the ground.
Whatever. Okay. Like, he has some cool spellcasting abilities that I wish I had. I get it. Okay, but you know what? We're moving forward. We're one team, one guild, right? That's you know. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's just keep going.
Yes, together.
All right, everybody goes off. Caveman goes to the mess, getting some food. Are you still apprenticing with Greg?
Yeah.
Fluff, I imagine you're staying on the bridge.
Yeah, I think so. She will probably plan on getting more sleep during the day since we'll be less able to navigate by the stars at those points.
Okay, makes sense. Orphan?
Gonna continue hashing out the details of the quartermaster stuff with the husband.
Okay.
Once we feel we're in a good spot, gonna go sleep.
Mira?
I mean, after sparring with Brody for a while, I'll probably just go check up at the deck and make sure everyone's doing okay, and then go to bed. I'm not going to be much help here.
Yeah. Everything's good. Crew is going about their duties. Nothing seems suspicious.
I will talk to the captain or to Fluff or someone and say keep an eye out for another cultist ship. Because if it's 3 days for them to get to Cloud High, then they should be nearby soon.
You've been warned.
You've been measured.
You've been weighed.
Found yourself wanted.
Not anymore. I fixed it, dude.
All right. Oh. All right. So Mira, you go up onto deck. Get a little fresh air and peer around, checking on everything. Roll a perception check.
Oh,
13.
Awesome, falls off the boat.
All right. So
Please.
the captain is up there right now. I'm gonna roll assist for her on you. Nope. All right. So 13.
You know what? I'll add a bad luck to that. Because why not?
Well,
15.
over the whistling of the wind, possibly even carried on it, you can faintly hear a voice yelling, bellowing in the distance. Yeah, I can't quite make out the words. It just sounds like loud yelling.
Can I get a direction at all?
So the ship is heading eastish. The voice sounds like it's coming to the southeast, towards land. You are currently flying up in the air. The cliff line of the mountain range is to your right, and it sounds like the voice is coming from down to the right.
Is it like pitch black? Or
It's-
can I go look over the edge and see if I can see anything?
You get to the edge, roll a perception check. The moon is pretty bright. Not a whole lot of clouds right now.
11.
11. The guard went with, or the captain went with you. She assists.
11.
Okay, so you can't make out any of the finer details, but in the darkness down below, you can see near the edge of a cliff is a group of forms kind of moving around. It's too dark for you to see what's going on. You see like the flash of silver here and there, of like maybe a weapon or something or armor. But that's all you're able to make out.
I'll
The-
point at it and look at the captain and ask, what's going on there? Do you see that?
Yes, I can't make out anything more than you. Looks like something's moving around down there.
Am I still up with the captain?
Luke. So you finished up on the deck or on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go after the bridge?
You never asked me.
Okay. Where did you go after the bridge?
I probably would have been hanging out with the captain, making sure everything's running smoothly.
Okay. So you are up on the deck as well. You see the captain and Mira standing at the edge, looking at something overboard. You come up onto the deck. What do you do?
I would probably go and see what they're looking at.
All right. Roll a perception check.
11.
16.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Disadvantage.
15.
That's still better. That's
Not
that's good. Yeah.
Better than 11.
You look over the edge. I'll even. You know what? I'll give you. You are assisted by Mira and the captain.
So you want me to roll again?
No, what was the better of the two?
16.
16? Okay, so 16 was your total. Looking down, you can see a mountain of a man with his back to the edge of the cliff. A massive two-handed blade, bigger than anything you've ever seen. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Ears.
You mess it up moving?
Just driving for 13 hours.
Oh,
just
yeah.
ramped.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. Like, right under my heel, like kept going, like seizing up. Like, while
Yeah.
driving, like almost going and getting like a.
Charlie
horse.
like under my heel, and I'm like,
Oof,
no.
that sucks.
And I was like, I can't stop driving.
Nick,
Who's that?
Rob.
I think Nick,
Oh, hey, Rob.
Nick, I think.
Yes. Hi, Rob.
He's walking
Tell
away.
you all about Nick. Can you play that for him later?
What?
Can you play that song for him later? He
What?
loves it. The song about Nick.
I don't remember what song that is.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, good.
You should send it to the Discord.
There you go. Put it in the Discord.
Then we can all play it for him.
Same time.
Sounds
1 second
a
apart.
terrible idea.
Let me tell you all
So, giant mountain of men.
Yes. All right. So, giant mountain of a man wielding a two-handed blade, like a helicopter blade, like that fucking big. Yeah, it's
Jesus.
massive.
Dragon Bone Smasher.
Like twice his size.
Size matters.
Yeah.
There's a whole song.
And he's just he's down there back to the cliff, and in front of him you can just see maybe a dozen feral red-eyed hounds slowly making their forward. Every now and then, as one gets close enough, you see the huge blade go out, slice clean through one of the dogs, and like it splits in two, and the pieces go flying. He's just yelling at the approaching horde of hounds.
Can I do like an insight check to see if he seems
Bless you.
somewhat friendly, not threatening to us in any way?
I don't know how you
We don't
would
get
be able
any-
to tell that with an insight check.
Okay.
I don't recognize the being, do I?
No.
Okay. Cool.
How close are we to this guy?
He's probably a good 600 feet or so.
Oh, yeah, he's
God
real
damn
far
it.
away. Okay. So we
I'm
just
gonna
see
say
this.
take us in that direction a little bit.
What's that?
I'll turn to the captain and say take us in that direction.
At once. She turns and runs to a position on the deck
And
where there's a like a copper mouthpiece. She picks it up and speaks into
Do you
it.
know who that is?
Dio from down on the
Why are we going towards the thing with a giant
bridge.
sword?
Dio, Fluff, and Grike. You're all there, and you hear the voice come through one of
should we
the
help him?
brass tubes up above on the ceiling. It's the captain. Quickly, take us coordinates. 7 degrees, blah blah blah, 400 feet. That way. Greg does
Well,
some stuff.
while she's doing that, I am mustering up some energy and rearranging sorcery points to gain a 4th level spell slot.
All right.
EO's gonna go see why we're.
Should we have all your
Okay.
Yeah.
You sprint up onto deck, and while Mira is
With sorcery points.
kind of zoned out for a moment, and like hair maybe
You can have
floating
more
up a
than your
little bit as
action.
she's messing around with her magical abilities. You get onto deck, walk over, you see they kind of point out to you the figures moving around. You can roll a perception check to see how well you can see them.
I can
Perception
double
check?
it.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, you have advantage.
I have double side.
You have advantage.
I have advantage. Okay. Yeah, that's a 27.
27. Nice. All right, so you see just what I described.
More sorcery.
Giant of a man, massive fucking weapon, just shouting at this slowly encroaching horde of like demon dogs.
Demon dogs.
Demon dogs.
Once we're within 500 feet, I'm gonna dimension door next to him. It's they come with me and try to grab his arm and dimension door back up to the ship.
Okay. So the ship like stops moving forward, and then you feel the ship as it slowly, just like not turning or anything, it just starts moving down in that direction. You hear a hiss from the left side of the ship as whatever is propelling it exits from that side, and the ship moves slowly down in the direction you asked. As you get closer, you can hear the voice a little better, and it's just the massive guy yelling in what appears to be joy at the prospects ahead of him. Oh, bring it! You'll never take me down! It's just keeps swinging. Like, he actually takes a step forward and swings once, twice, 3 times. The dogs start backing up a little bit, and then they push him back. It's just a back and forth. Slowly, like, the dogs are dwindling one after another. You get close enough, You dimension door down. Does the creature have to be willing?
Probably, yeah.
It's probably not.
It does have to be one for dimension door.
Okay. So you appear down next to him, reach out, grab his arm, and kind of tug as you attempt to activate the magic once more. And he kind of like looks down at you like, "Who the fuck are you?" He's just this broad grin on his hair and his beard are just this wild mess just growing out off of his head and like a mock afro. His beard is just like a big afro down, just a big scraggly thing. Probably doesn't take care of it. Looks down to you with this big wide smile. Sees a few like cracked teeth. Whoa, who are you?
There's still a bunch of the demon hounds around, right?
Yeah, he's got like, you've got one arm and he's got the blade in the other and he's like looking back and forth.
I can take you to safety.
Run! I think not. Stand, fight, help me take them down.
These things will kill you.
Nothing's gonna kill me.
And then please, there's not a lot of time. I can't help you for very long.
If you want to try and keep his arm in your hands, otherwise he's gonna rip it out and take a step forward. Fighting again. Let's see.
I won't fight him on
Okay.
it.
So he rips his arm out of your grasp, takes a step forward, and begins to swing at the dogs once more.
Like, does it seem like he's winning?
I mean, he hasn't, like, none of them have got close enough to bite him. He's been able to keep them at a pretty far range from him.
And about how many are there?
At this point, maybe 10.
Okay. Why do you need to fight these? They'll kill you.
Raxus never flees from a battle. This is sent to strengthen me. I will see it done.
How is this supposed to strengthen you?
Every combat is a chance to strengthen oneself.
And you think you can take them all?
Raxus knows he can take them all.
Seems like a great way to get stronger.
What's the name?
What's that?
What's the name?
Raxus.
Roxas.
Raxus.
Get out, weeb.
Like, at this point, I'm just behind him, like, terrified, looking around, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why do you need to fight them? Why do you need to strengthen yourself in this way? Why are you out
I'm a
here?
bit busy right now.
He swings like once, twice more. The second blow, he like is particularly strong. Like he takes a step forward, and the dogs back up a little bit once again. He takes the moment, and like turns and looks at you. Well, you're a talker, aren't you? Why don't you get down real quick, and I'll finish these off. He like gestures, like get down.
I'll duck.
Okay. He like starts twirling in a circle and like spins the sword around. Is just like this whirlwind of blade, and he starts spinning towards the dogs, and like just as you would expect, starts just sawing through them. Bodies flying in different directions as the blade smashes into them. probably kills a good 8 or 9, the rest just running off into the night.
Who are you?
He stops spinning, looks back towards you, blood just head to toe, still got a big wide smile on.
If there's any blood splatter on me, I'm gonna prestidigitation it off.
There would definitely be, yeah. At this point, the ship's gotten pretty close. You're maybe 200 feet out. It's starting to slow down a little bit as it gets closer to the cliff.
Why are you out here?
Oh, I'm out here with a friend. We travel around, you see. Me for fighting and him for fun.
And where is he?
Oh, he's probably cooking dinner just down this way.
I'm also gonna insight check him. 19.
Everything about this guy is there to be seen. There are no depths to be plied.
Why are you in these mountains?
Like I said, we travel around. Wherever the wind takes us.
And it brought you here,
Sure.
outside of Cloudheim.
Cloudheim. What's that? A local city?
I suppose.
Maybe we'll make our way there. Do you want some food? It's probably stew. That yours? Points off towards the ship.
Yes. I heard you yelling and thought you needed help.
It's appreciated.
Clearly you're a more impressive fighter than I thought.
Oh, and I'm missing one of my blades, too. I left it back at camp.
And, like, looking up and down the gigantic blade. Another one like this?
Oh, sure.
You fight with 2 of these?
Yeah.
No. Might be this dude's best friend.
He just like T poses and spins in a circle.
Yeah, pretty much. Got some giant's blood in the family.
Ah.
How close is the ship to where Mira is right now?
It's hovering about 150, 200 feet out from the edge of the cliff. And her
At a
and
certain
Raxus.
Fluff would hustle out to the deck and yell over the side of the ship to Mira. How long are we planning on staying here? We're trying to get somewhere, right?
I'll be back up in a minute. I suppose I can't stay for dinner then.
That's a shame. The Wrangler makes some good soup.
The Wrangler is your friend?
Aye.
Why is he called the Wrangler?
You'd get it if you saw him.
What is the Wrangler?
He's like me. Drifter, a sellsword. I think he had some tie to some guild at some point. Kind of scratches his head. I don't rightly know. We're just friends that kind of travel around together. Have our fun.
Fluff will start flying over the side of the ship down to where Mira is.
Alright.
Do you remember what guild he was part of?
You can ask him yourself.
At this point, do I see Fluff flying over?
Yeah. You could probably
Okay.
sense her flying over. She'll land next to you.
Who's our friend here? Are we stopping to help him out, or?
Don't see many of your kind this far south.
I've been all over the place, but I suppose what you say is true.
Well, you want to come to dinner? We've got stew.
Oh, That sounds very heavy. And
He is completely covered in
I
blood.
couldn't impose.
Well, it's no trouble.
How much of him talking about the guild and the Wrangler would I have heard on my approach?
He's not quiet. You probably could have heard it all from the ship, honestly.
Plus, I have pretty good ears, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, Mira, are you interested in meeting this Wrangler, or if so, we should probably just be on the way. Did we want to invite any of our guildmates from up on the ship?
I mean, I would be interested in meeting him, but we're on a bit of a time crunch, I guess. It might be.
That
If we
that definitely is true. We are on a bit of a time crunch.
A time crunch. Where are you going?
Up into the mountains.
It's a several day journey.
Are you adventurers?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you adventurers?
Guess you could call us that.
I'm always up for a challenge.
Man, how long have we been stopped?
Probably a good 5-10 minutes now.
I'm gonna walk up there, and I'm assuming you're already there. I'm gonna shout, "Why are we stopped?"
I'll fly up about 30 feet and
They know where we're going, is what I'll shout.
we haven't said anything.
Do you know where the Shattered Crown is? I'll shout.
Ah, I haven't heard of it.
So much for not telling people our business.
What's it look like?
Say to myself. Wow, that was
It looks like a crown.
quick turnaround, Mr. Delosian.
What was that?
Oh, sometimes you have to be quick with these
It's a
things.
mountain peak that looks like a crown from what we've heard.
Ah. Is it a broken crown? Yeah.
As far as I know.
It is called the Shattered Crown, as far as we've read.
It's possible. Wrangler would know. He's got a better eye for those kinds of things.
You want to come with us?
Sure,
But you got it.
I will like give a kind of close your mouth kind of hand signal to Cayman if he can see it. But I will say to Roxon,
Accent.
that sure, let's not waste time here. How far is your partner from here?
Oh, he's just down the path here, just around the side. You can see the light from his flame.
What does that like? How long a walk? How long a journey is it?
Couple 100 feet.
Okay.
You can see the light of a fire around the side of the cliff.
I will like double move that direction and say you can shout ahead to what was his name? Wrangler? Is that your partner's name?
Yeah!
I'll go talk to him and I'll start double moving. I don't know if the ship is going to follow us or if it's just going to stay up there, but
if I see Fluff going, I'm gonna turn to the other people that haven't jumped off the ship yet, and just, are we all going, or are you staying here?
Let's
I mean,
go.
the ship's kind of floating a ways up, right? It hasn't like.
Yeah, it's just hovering.
I don't really do well at night, and I'm pretty sure Fluff and Mira can get back perfectly fine themselves. So I'm gonna stay on the ship.
I'm down to go.
I'm not even up there.
Yeah, you're up there, man.
Also, if I didn't tell you, Rob, Fluff is wearing winged boots, so she actually like flew over the side of the ship down that direction, and she darts off quickly, like flying over to where the
Whoops.
camp.
Cool. Whoever said they want to go, just jump off with me, and I'll catch us before ground.
Dio.
Jump.
So you and Dio hop over the side. Dio, you feel after a moment of free falling, you feel thoughts blow through your head as like, oh god, I hope he's not fucking with me, and then you feel the magic and float down to safety.
Awesome.
You and Keeman follow a little ways behind Raxus and Mira, who are following at not quite at a standard pace where Fluff is moving very quickly down the way.
Yeah, Fluff got to the guy in about one round because she like double moved and
All right,
used
so
her
Fluff,
feline agility.
as you round the corner where you see the firelight emanating from, you see a stone fire pit with a metal grill kind of sitting on top, a frying pan sitting on the grill, some kind of meat cooking inside. Above that hangs a pot with some kind of bubbling stew or soup inside, giving off a very quite a delicious scent. Standing next to this, right leg up on a larger sized rock, in stereotypical cowboy leathers, cowboy hat included, is a figure. On both hips are cords of thin silk rope, and two boomerangs that seem to be attached to the rope are holstered on either side. With his leg up, his head twitches over as you round the corner, and a big grin splits his face as he looks at you.
As I round the corner, I'm like saying hello, Wrangler, and like there's a little bit of a Doppler effect as I get closer and then pass him just a little bit before I stop it.
Okay. Round the corner, see the figure. Well, howdy there. Now, who might you be?
I mean, you probably heard your friend Raxus talking to a couple newcomers. My name is you can call me Fluff. Your friend told us you know something about the geography of.
Whoa, that's low down there. What? He takes a step down and like walks towards you, hand extended, boots clanking, the spurs clanking as he walks towards you. Sticks his hand out.
I give just the tiniest roll of my eyes as I like float down to the ground and like shake my boots and wish that they had spurs, I guess. But I will extend my paw over to Wrangler. Is it?
Name's Wrangler. If that don't suit your tongue, you can call me Paul. But most folks call me Wrangler.
He is
Very well, Wrangler. I'm told that you might know a bit of the geography of this region. We are the group that I'm traveling with has
Well, if you can speak to me what exactly you're looking for, mayhap I can take the old dome up top, see if I can't remember where I've been.
before I explain exactly what the particular place that we're looking for, I'll think back to Mira and I'll do an insight check to see how trustworthy or blabbermouth this guy is. I don't know how necessary it is to like be completely thorough because someone in our group has already blabbed a little bit to another person in this group. But I got a 20 on that. No, sorry, 22 on that insight check.
So
Like,
you,
I know that like the cat is out of the proverbial bag on what we're looking for, but because I know that Mira has been traveling with us and she'd be paranoid about this, I think back to her and want to see how trustworthy this guy is.
all right. So you stare intensely at the Wrangler as he thinks over what you said, and he stares intensely back. Far as you can tell, he's not hiding anything, and seems to be just as interested in you as you are in him.
Pass over, up and down, up and down. I'm like, well, we're trying to find what we believe is a mountain formation called the Shattered Crown. There's something of that ilk, the Shattered Crown or the Broken Crown. Does that ring any sort of?
Can you give me any more details? Is it a ring of mountains or just a single mountain?
We believe it's based on the readings that we were able to find. It's a small series of mountain peaks that somewhat resembles a broken or shattered crown.
And why might you be looking for that?
I'm not completely at liberty to say without. I mean, there are some things that people need to keep in house. If you don't have, if you're not willing to help us out, we'll happily be on our way. Your friend Raxus merely intimated that you might know something of a place similar to what we're describing.
Right. Wordy folks, aren't you? I can tell you where that is. Well, shoot, we could probably take you there in the morning. It was,
I mean, we're navigating by night. We are, we're risking the liberty of speaking for the rest of my group, I guess.
Some bots.
well, I can't really see it in the night and to point you in the direction you should go.
Well, we know that it's several days' journey, at least on foot. We know the kind of direction, and we'd be able to look out for it in the day. But
At this point, everybody else has arrived at the little camp.
While Raxus and I are walking over, I want to be asking him about his weapon, like what he calls it. Was it specially crafted for him? Was it something that he saw somewhere?
Yeah, these are my wind blades. When I wield them, I split things like the roaring wind. They're passed down in the family. Magical, you see. The whirlwind. The whirlwind battle style. It's been handed down for a few generations now. It's not widely practiced as it takes a considerable amount of strength.
Looking at the blade again. I can imagine. Because it's taller than Mira is, right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's
equally?
he's like 7-8 feet tall. And it's
Okay.
twice his height.
Oh, shit.
They're like legit like
Jesus
Like
Christ.
15 feet long.
Okay.
Mira, we're here to find the breath of souls, not get laid.
And
A couple
we all might
Why
die
not
soon.
both?
Cool buff guy. Here's yeah.
This is 6.7 is not a real person.
I mean, it's my best guess.
I'm okay.
You sure?
No.
I don't.
I'm pretty solid about IJ Yoda cool though. That guy seems like a real person. It's a 20-year-old that loves Star Wars.
Whoa.
Just being a smith, admiring the craftsmanship on the very odd, unique blade.
Definitely. When you get back to the camp, it'll show you a almost an exact replica. The handle of which is just a little bit different, as like each one's meant to be wielded in a right and a left hand. They've got special straps that like go up and wrap around the wrist to like make sure it's super secured in the hands. You can study him for a little bit.
Alright.
It certainly seems like a blade that could really keep us under.
Did anybody else have anything to say to the Wrangler? And where did we leave off?
Between me and the Wrangler? Or?
Yeah, so everybody else kind of approaches. You're
Like,
just,
I'm trying to kind of get across that we really prefer to be on our way, and
he told you he cannot point it out in the dark.
I mean I'm not looking to have it pointed out. It's just a mere description.
Well, I can't explain it much more than the way you explained it. Just a ring of 5 peaks, all with the top shattered about 2 days back.
So our assumptions were kind of right that that's about what it is. I mean that's personally that's good enough for me. I think much of the rest of our crew is on the way, so democracy rules. If everyone wishes to have you along, then we may have you along.
Say it's 2 days away.
Oh, well, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
You said it's 2 days away. Is that from Mountain Cliffs?
What's that?
You say that's 2 days away just by walking, right?
Yeah, we move at a fairly good pace, the two of us being healthy and whatnot. It was about 2 days' journey back for us.
Kind of distractedly asked, could you spot it from the air?
Probably, yeah. Be easier, I imagine.
And then I'll whisper to Cayman. I'll like sidle up alongside. And then it's 3 days past that where we're going.
You know exactly where it is once we find this topic.
I mean, I'd prefer to move on tonight, everybody. But I mean, if you wish to enjoy hospitality here, I have. I suppose I don't have qualms with everyone enjoying this company, but we need to come to a decision quickly if we want to move on tonight or if we're inviting these two to keep company with us.
Sorry, I don't know if you heard me. You know exactly where it is once we're at the crown?
Oh, sorry. We don't have an exact location. We have again the single passage that was basically repeated in the books in multiple sources. It's 3 days past the shattered crown towards the arrow. The arrow being a constellation.
I'm going to turn to the two other people. What do you know about the cult of the Mets here?
Yeah.
Plus head is in her hand at this point.
The Wrangler looks at Raxus, lowers his eyebrows for a second, then looks over at you. I mean, we've been hearing all kinds of rumors and whatnot. Haven't really had any personal experience with them.
I'm going to roll an insight check.
Okay.
31.
He is telling the truth. He may know a little bit more about the. It seems like he might be holding back a little bit on how much he knows about the cultists, but doesn't seem to have involved himself with them. Like that still rings true.
Fluff is gonna sit real close to the fire and just stare into it.
And how do you know these areas? Are you're travelers?
Aye. Two of us kind of travel around. Just seeing things here, seeing things there. He likes to fight. I like to gather exotic meats. Got quite a collection of jerkies. Should you be interested to try some?
I'm still off
For
talking
specific-
with Raxus.
Do what?
I'm still off talking with Raxus.
Well, let me tell you this. Wrangler? Am I correct?
Sure. Or Paul, should that not fit your tongue.
I can call you either, whatever you want to. Wrangler, Paul.
Well, I think I just made it your option, didn't I?
Fair. Paul.
Still all been late for dinner.
I can't give you any reason to come with us, but we are in pretty dire need.
Come with you.
Yeah. How much do you like money?
It has its uses.
How much do you know the Ivory Saint?
He pauses for a second. I've heard of him. Is
All right. Well,
that
I
who
can't
you
promise
folks
you-
affiliate yourselves with?
Yes, very much so. I don't know if I can promise you that much, but I can try to give you money afterwards. I don't have any on me. I don't carry much. But If you were willing to come with us, I would try to make it worth your while. Maybe try to find you more exotic meats across the land.
Well,
At
he like
Dimension
looks
B.
over at Raxus. Raxus has been paying attention this whole time. What were you saying?
Oh, at the mention of B, I resync them. I'm gonna kind of turn back to their conversation.
Okay.
Of like,
Yeah,
okay,
Raxus has been listening the whole time. He looks over, looks at the Wrangler. He gets a big old smile on his face. Friend, they are asking for our aid. Surely the need is dire. I can't say no to a good battle. Wrangler looks at him. Definitely the more tempered side of the relationship here.
Wow, you don't
Kind
say.
of frowns a bit.
All of a sudden, Lunk feels a kinship with the Wrangler again.
He kind of frowns a little bit, looks at each of you, looks specifically at Keeman for a long moment. Did you, say your name?
Came in Solutian.
That's what I thought. Bloody hell. Well, I definitely
What's that
can't.
name mean to you?
Let's just say I know exactly who you are and what you're affiliated with, and I know the scope of your bloody power. And if we are involved in this mess, it's going to be something serious. And knowing that, I can't rightly deny Raxus the opportunity to kick some major ass. We'll go with you. And hopefully aid you in your journey for this next leg. Help me with the stew, though. I'm not going to let it go bad.
And then you can keep it. We need to move quickly though. So
So help me carry it to your damn ship. Raxus at this point has let out a loud battle cry. He quickly scooped up his other weapon, put him into a couple of metal. It's a very strange contraption he has on his back, but it essentially makes them look like a pair of scissors or something going up into the air.
While the Wrangler was talking, I got a 14 insight check.
No, nothing dishonest. He's speaking with a level voice. Doesn't seem to be. Everything he said is true.
Okay.
Alright, well, Wrangler, thank you. We should be back to the ship. I have a way for all of us to get there in case you cannot fly.
He pulls out some rags and towels and looks over at Dio. Hey, you boy, get over here. Help me with these pots.
Boy.
Are you now, boy?
Why I am, that's fair.
Well, get over here. Help me.
Mosey over and help him.
He hands you some towels and shows you how to hold the pot. And you're basically stuck carrying the big old cauldron. He's got the stew in and just carrying it over. I don't know how you're getting up onto the ship, but someone will help you.
How heavy is the pot?
Probably 56. Fucking heavy. Maybe 100 pounds.
Is it 1 cubic foot? Is he cleaning it?
What?
I missed something. Sorry.
No, he doesn't. He wants you to take the stew with you because he doesn't want to waste it.
While they're doing that, I'll ask, do you want me to help with that? Because with Dimension Door, you can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry.
What you can carry or me carrying it?
What I can carry.
Okay.
Because I can just Dimension Door back up to the ship with it.
Yeah, we can make that happen. So like you're standing next to Dio, who's got like this little kid, this little fucking
He's not a little
skinny ass.
kid.
Or like,
Whatever. He was 16 years old, scrawny,
Okay.
like lean muscle, like with this
Already
massive
floating back
fucking
up to the
stew
ship.
pot.
so specifically, it says you can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
I'm
So
just
could it be the two of us carrying it can go through?
for
the
for the
door?
sake of like just making this happen. You extend the offer to Dio. Dio's like, hell yeah.
It's like
You touch Dio, cast Dimension Door, and the two of you are up on the ship.
Okay.
thank you,
The
Magic Lady.
massive pot of stew.
The crew's like we're like,
I'll
Yeah,
serve
that's what
them.
we do.
on the two. And before we start going up, I'll say, so you know who I am, Wrangler, yeah?
Alright.
If you betray us, I'll kill you.
Oh, I have no doubt of that, my friend. I have nothing against you, and I'll do what I can to see you succeed.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I've done good by you, and we'll try to make it good by you all. And anyway, you can fly now, so let's go. Just fly.
Alright.
Spell does what happen.
He pauses for a moment and kind of like lets you take off and then follows after you a couple seconds later. Raxus flies up as well. Everybody's on the deck of the ship. Captain goes over to the group of Ivory Sanctum members. Are we ready to head off?
Yes, let's get back on our previous bears. We've got
So,
a
who
couple
are these
more that
people?
have joined us.
I will tell Greg to push off immediately. She goes over to the.
Cowboy and
Tell
big
as many men as you want that there is a large pot of stew available in, I suppose, the common room is where they're going to be taking it.
Yeah, most likely the mess hall.
Stew's on.
I,
So
I-
he-
I'll go find Luke, I guess. And,
oh, I'm on the deck. I'm.
oh,
Yeah, Luke greets
sorry,
you
I
as you return.
would have found you first and let you know what happened.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Like, did we just invite a couple people onto our ship?
Yep.
Like,
Yes, we've got a couple more coming with us.
what? Do we know who these people are?
No, but they know exactly who we are. Well,
They know who we are.
We don't know who they are
They know
really.
who
We
Keenan
got
is.
a brief introduction. They know of the Ivory Sanctum, and they have definitely heard of Cayman here.
Okay, so they've
I'm
heard.
going to the bridge.
Are they
Off the bridge.
are they like wanting to help us?
That's the plan.
And how much have you all already told them?
Fluff has walked off at this point.
Yeah, well,
Raxus,
I intimated to where we were going. You can talk to Cayman, and Mira. They had more in-depth conversations with our new stowaways.
So what you're telling me is
Shit.
the person who was criticizing me for telling too much information told these nobodies too much information?
As I'm
Exactly.
disappearing down below the deck, I'm like, that may be something you bring up with him.
Perhaps he should listen more to his own advice.
that isn't Kima in a nutshell.
They can perhaps guide us during the day to get to the Shattered Town.
So are
The big guy's gonna be good in a fight.
we no
Band people. Band time. The band hammer.
Us.
Travel at night with love, but perhaps point out where we're going during the day. Make sure we're headed in the right direction still.
All right. Well,
Since we're
that
moving at half speed.
means that we can travel night and day then, and then I can help guide with Fluff at night as well, and then if some of you want to.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
I'm the one who actually has the instructions. Fluff keeps on going off about this 3-day thing over and over, and I'm over here like,
You yourself said you're not good at night.
I can't. I can. But star constellations and stuff, that's not that bad.
No, circle slash.
Very cool. This one. Oh. Yes. There we go. Banned. You're banned, bitch. You're banned.
I thought we agreed that Yoda was a very trustworthy being, though.
I
Is
mean,
there stuff going on in
I,
chat?
I thought
There's
that
stuff going on in
with
chat.
Soul Calibur 7
That's true.
or 617 that was trustworthy. Rob, on the other hand, was convinced that Yoda Cool 2000.
I mean, simply, Yoda cool. I mean, that's just not wrong.
Tantric Yoda?
Oh, there's also pizza here, Nick, if you want pizza.
You not heard Tantric Yoda?
Uh-oh. Nick, can I have a slice?
Show you after this.
Yeah, sure, man. What is it, like 2 hour drive? Come on up.
8 hour.
Yeah,
Pizza here if you want.
come on over.
Let that be the incentive.
All right, well, then I'm going to turn to the rest of the crew and be like, well, if we have a guy during the day, y'all should get some rest. That way you're not staying up too late.
I mean, we still need people to crew the ship.
Well, obviously. We've got a crew for that. None of you are a part of said crew.
Oh, I thought you were not.
What are you doing, Gio?
After all that, I'd probably take some stew and then go help steer again.
When you get back up to the helm, Greg is there, Fluff is there. Greg looks at you as you enter. It's like, yeah, that smells real good. Why don't you take over for a minute? I'm gonna go get myself some.
Sounds good.
He steps off and heads off to the mess to get some food.
Take over.
All right, you sit down in the seat. I mean, everything's set.
Yeah.
Like everything's set. All you really have to do is just sit there and
Kinda
kind of monitor things.
Then
Yeah.
you see my stew real quick so I can pay more attention.
Every now and then, like a little burst of steam comes out one of the flaps or one of the brass horns that come out in this direction. It's like, do I need to do? No, it's probably fine. Yeah.
Push all the buttons.
You crash.
Is there,
Everyone dies.
is there a
Game
big
over.
red button?
We get to go home early.
Yep.
Hey.
Let's look. Gotta look at
No,
the
we
Bible.
all wake up in purgatory and we're still on the way to the Brother Soul.
Whatever. That's the whole game. is
It's
finding out that
Groundhog
you're
Day, but
actually
it's
in
us
hell.
going this way.
Oh
It's
my
the ultimate dwarven treadmill.
Oh,
god.
No.
Rob knows. Rob
No.
understands that very well.
All right.
I was drinking.
What
All right.
are Raxus and Wrangler doing once they get onto the ship?
They go down to the mess hall to eat some of their own stew. After that, they'll probably go up on deck. And at some point, after maybe a couple hours or so, like they're just gonna be up there talking, and then they'll roll out their bedrolls on the deck and sleep out there.
I'll go to the mess hall with them and
Okay.
get a bowl of stew. And I want to talk to Wrangler. I have not yet.
Okay.
Say that Raxus mentioned you used to be part of the guild. Which one were you in?
He kind of looks at Raxus. You see like a flicker of annoyance over his face for a moment, and then he looks at you. Well, I was a sanctum member myself for a time.
Really?
Aye.
How long ago?
Since before the war.
Is that how you know of Keenan?
Yeah.
What made you decide to leave?
Just wasn't something I could do anymore. Rather not talk about it.
Got 17 insight check on that?
It's clearly hiding, like not telling you.
just gonna ask something else.
Why are you so interested in the peaks? What is all this for? I saw the other two ships out there. It's quite an operation. I know. Cayman. Something serious is going on.
How much have you heard about the cult of the Mad Seer?
I've heard quite a bit in my travels. Everywhere. They're growing in strength. I don't rightly know what they're up to, but can't be good.
We don't really know what they're up to either, but we know they're headed toward the Shattered Crown most likely. So we're trying to stop them if we can.
Curious, once you find the Shattered Crown, what's your next goal? If we're along for the whole ride, you might as well tell us now.
And sorry, can I just clear up one thing? I repeated that it's a 3-day journey past the Shattered Crown because that's
Right.
what I remembered. But I pulled out my notes here. That's a little backwards.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3-day journey to the crown.
No, it's a
I think the actual quote is 3-day journey past the arrow pointing west at the narrow strait to the Shattered Crown.
well, it's use the arrow to find the shattered heights. When you reach the shattered heights, look up, follow the arrow. It will point directly to the Shattered Crown. 5 mountaintops shattered long ago, and you seek what you seek is in the middle and at the top.
Oh, really?
I think
Oh, I probably would have not done exactly what I did if that's the end goal. I thought it was just, oh, alright.
yeah, that's my bad. But nobody has like said anything.
I didn't know.
But
I mean,
I think what Luke just said was in one of the books, and what I said was from a different one of the books.
that's correct. What you have is from the Journey of Tom. What I have is from the History of Cloudon. If I remember correctly.
Oh,
I think.
alright.
Yeah. Yours is history.
I thought mine was from the history of Cloudheim and yours is from Old Talk, but either way, we have one from one from the other.
Right. Either way, both of them are telling us that we need to get to the Shattered Crown, and it's at the 5 peaks. And in order to figure out exactly where the Shattered Crown is, we follow the arrow. Because what you have is follow the arrow to the Shattered Heights, or what I have is follow the arrow to the Shattered Heights, and then follow the arrow from the Shattered Heights to the Shattered Crown. What you have is it's a 3-day journey, follow the arrow. It's
three-day journey past the arrow pointing west at the narrow strait to the Shattered Crown.
right. So both ways follow the arrow, and it's going to point us in that direction. Is what everything is telling us.
Sounds like we're supposed to
You
be
find
on
the
the
So it may be at the Shattered Crown, or it may be a couple days past, based exactly on
Right.
which version of the book is
3
most
days
correct.
through the narrow
But I just wanted to bring that up. That they are pretty close in what they say, but they're not totally exact replicas of what they say.
But I mean, I think that the end goal is to get to the Shattered Crown, and it's in the middle of the 5 peaks at the
Yeah,
top.
I mean, one way or the other, the Shattered Crown is our immediate destination. Whether we need to go further than that or that's the complete destination,
Yep.
remains completely to be seen.
Oh, see, all this time I thought we were looking for the Shattered Crown and didn't know where that was, and then we're going 3 days away from it. I thought we were
We very well may, and
That's what I was going to do.
and Fluff may be have conflated a little bit.
We
I
also
mean, I
talked
certainly
to
conflated them,
tomfoolery.
but Fluff may
And
may
you said
actually
to
think
follow
that
the
it's half
arrow,
the Shattered
and
Crown.
you have to actually
So,
watch it.
like, it's not
change direction,
necessarily
like it's not
totally
east,
wrong what
west,
we've
north,
done
south
in game,
thing.
but I just wanted to bring that up because I heard Luke say something and I went back
That's
to
fantastic.
look.
Yeah,
Like that's why we have to follow the arrow,
The-
but that's
the-
also why we can't travel during the day in the same direction because
Yeah.
it might not point the right way.
that's the whole.
I
Yeah.
didn't know any of this.
So-
Sorry.
So Rob, the arrow that's in the sky is actually a magical constellation that is pretty much like a compass. So it is always going to point us in the right direction, but it's not always going to stay true in a straight line.
Compass that only points north.
It's a compass that always points in the direction of where we need to go. So if we're off track, it will move, pointing the correct way.
Okay, so we didn't need these guys at all. Is what.
I mean,
But
not
if,
necessarily. They can still point us to
There's
Like,
like cowboy.
the
We need to take them with us.
exact location that we're looking for. They might help us navigate a little bit during the day.
Yeah.
So,
if he can
I
actually
mean,
point out the
Fluff
shattered
would have been
crown,
fine with getting some sort of description, but it's not terrible to have them along. It was just
Okay.
a little bit of a diversion,
But-
and that's why Fluff was frustrated getting back to the ship,
if he can
and why
actually
he hurried along to the bridge.
if he can actually point us to the shattered crown during the day, then we can at least be headed that direction during the day. Whereas if we just follow
Oh,
the
yeah.
direction that the arrow was that the previous evening, it might not be the right direction because it's a magical constellation that we're following. So having someone who can point out the actual location during the day helps keep us on track so we can get there faster.
That is true.
Anyway, it's fine.
Fluff was just not wanting to spread the secrets and the news among more people was her main concern. But
Yeah.
she is not going to go against the grain, which is why she started to bite her tongue and headed off to the bridge.
Well, and that's why Luke pretty much told everyone, hey, if these guys are going to help us get there during the day, y'all should get some rest, sleep during the night. Between Fluff and myself, we can take the night watch and be directing the ship the right direction. And then once y'all wake up, you can take over and we can take our rest.
So Mir's talking to Wrangler. I don't remember what you asked last.
He was asking where we're actually going beyond
Right.
the Shattered Crown.
Right.
I'll tell him. I don't know that it's my place to tell you all of the information.
Can you tell me what your business is with the Shattered Crown?
We have reason to believe that there's a place of power nearby. And that's what the cultists are after. They potentially have a way into it, and they potentially have a way to get there. And we want to stop them before that happens.
They've got the key.
You know about the key?
How'd you find out about the Shattered Heights? You know Tom?
Inside checking all of this. 17.
He's looking at you suspiciously, but doesn't seem to be. He's not being shady about anything he's saying. But he's very, he's trying to get a read on you.
Okay.
Wrangler is all foolery.
Please,
Oh boy!
please.
All right. The lamest fucking name.
No, it's the best name. Shut up.
All foolery.
It's the best name.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah, we've met on a few occasions. How do you know Tom?
Suffice it to say, We did some traveling together for a time.
Did you travel to the crown with him?
It's possible.
He told me about his travels there, and one of my companions read his book. We also have some other information.
How's old Tom doing these days?
I couldn't really say. It's hard to get a read on.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know he's cryptic.
A tricksy devil. You can call him that for sure.
Absolutely.
Certainly made things fun.
Fun. It's a word for it. He didn't provide any of your equipment for you, did he?
He thinks for a moment, looks down at his two boomerang lasso wheelies. Well, he did. I mean,
Had any trouble with it?
he usually gave the good things to his friends and sold the others, sold the not so great things to anybody who'd buy them.
Of course.
This motherfucker has friends, dude.
See, that I don't believe.
Inside check.
Just,
Inside check, he does not have that.
I am insight checking this whole conversation.
I bet this guy bought his friend from Cool Yoda 2000.
Sounds like a soul calendar.
Did you travel with Tom?
Maybe
before?
it was from the Yoda that was in Soul Calibur.
Oh god, that did happen.
But yeah, it did.
What?
The Yoda and Darth Vader in Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, you're
That's totally right. I
You forgot about that.
Completely repressed Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur song.
what did you say, man?
Did you travel with
second,
Tom
third,
before or
fourth,
after
that's
your time
fine.
in the Sanctum?
They put all here and okay for you.
Both. Tom and I go way back.
And are you like Tom?
How's that? I don't think anybody's like Tom.
I mean, do you have the same skills, or
Just raises an eyebrow. What do you mean? I'm not magic, if that's what you're asking.
just curious? What is it you do?
I'm a wrangler. Mostly bounty hunting when it comes to money. I'm no drifter. Like I said, I travel around as the wind takes me. Before exotic meats turn into jerky.
King of the North.
Just kind of enjoying life.
Yep.
What kind of meats have you gathered so far?
He lists off a few different strange names of creatures. Some you recognize from some of the different countries. Like a couple are up from Cajun area. There's a couple from Edland. You've never seen any of them, but these, yeah, you know enough.
Okay.
You've heard the names before.
Kangaroo, platypus.
Platypus. Beaver.
I'm Elmer by trade. You're the man at heart.
Ever made jerky from jerky?
I mean,
Really dry.
Just since we are on the subject, and it's getting late and I'm heading off to bed, we never went inside the Breath of Souls. I don't know what the hell's in there. But if the key's been lost for this long, It's probably just something that shouldn't be opened.
There's no doubt in my mind that.
He stands up. Unless you have any more questions, ma'am. Tips his hat.
No, that'll do for now.
He heads up onto the deck. Right, yeah. Choo, 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 choo.
-5 stealth check.
You don't give a shit, man.
If Raxus is still there, I'm gonna ask him a bunch of questions about the whirlwind.
He
battle
goes back
style.
for like 4 servings of stew.
Okay.
He's dead for a while.
I'll just ask him a bunch of questions about like the fighting style and how his family came to learn it and a bunch of stuff along those lines. 'Cause that's what Mir does.
Alright. Luke?
And then I go to bed.
Well, I went to after Fluff walked off, and I talked to everyone, and everyone was leaving. I'm just literally just walking around the deck, making sure everybody, like the crew, and everybody's good and all of that. And I'll probably head to the bridge and make sure that we're staying on course.
Alright. Greg comes back after a bit, sees you kind of sitting there. He looks over at Fluff. Hey, how's our route? Does it look like it's going to be changing anytime soon?
No, this. I mean, do you want me to make a check to see if the heading seems good?
Yeah, roll another survival check.
You want me to assist?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say you're there. Go ahead and roll your assist check.
11.
All right, assisted.
All right, so that's 19 survival.
All right. You check your calculations. You find the constellation once again. Compare it to your current heading to the heading you had, say, like 20, 30 minutes ago. Still seems like just need to keep heading straight.
Well, Greg, it took a second to get back to the right heading after our little detour, but we seem to be on the right path, so to speak.
He nods and looks back at Dio. Well, I'm gonna go over there. He points to a little cot that's kind of set up on the side of the room and get a few hours of sleep. You watch the helm, wake me if something happens.
Will do.
At the very least, Dio does seem to be able to keep a steady hand.
Greg.
Seems to be just fine.
Greg goes off to the cot and after a few moments is snoring extremely fucking loud.
Does somebody know silence?
Somebody get Keeman. Can you cast silence in here, please? Can't take it anymore. It's only been like half an hour.
My Dio hanging from the rafters. Just like, oh. I slip out the window.
It wasn't even raining.
That's the mystery.
Where did the liquid come from?
Oh my god. That's still my favorite, like, sub-story.
He's still missing, you know.
After a bit, if it's still
That's
super
right.
loud, I will go to my quarters for a quick jaunt to pick up a pillow and my blanket from my bed and gear, and I'll pile that on top of Greg to try to muffle the sound.
He wakes up like mildly, just kind of like paws the blankets off, and then goes right back to it.
Wakes up to see Fluff holding a pillow over his head.
Struggles, cannot resist. You're too strong. About 4 hours go by, and then he wakes up and takes over again. 4 hours of horrible chainsaw snores.
I'll go take a nap and try to imitate it.
It hurts too much to mimic.
It'll take a couple weeks, but I can get it down.
You have a bloody nose the next
The
morning.
reason that it hurts is because you try it and then Fluff punches you.
You're gonna punch me a lot during this night.
I'll invite anyone that wants to stay in the nice room they gave me, hopefully with some soundproof doors.
The ship has doors.
We all have our individual.
Yeah, everybody has.
I mean, I'm basically just working right now. I'll be sleeping during the day. If that's if you come up to the bridge and field the offer, but Fluff will find her respite at some other point during the day.
I can also encase that guy in a wall of stone and then he can beat his way out in the morning. He seems like he'll be fine.
I mean, do
If it's that big of a problem.
what you will.
I won't do that unless someone asks.
All right, so everybody does their various things through the rest of the evening. Raxus and the Wrangler go off to bed. Orphan is in bed. Dio is on the bridge. Fluff's on the bridge. You rest as you will. Trading with Greg. Luke does some rounds. Eventually goes to bed. I don't know.
Probably at some point in time.
Okay. Do you wait till dawn, or do you try to stay up all night, or do you go to sleep before?
I'd probably go to sleep before dawn, but I would be up for most of the night.
Okay. All right. Luke wanders around, checking up on the crew, kind of taking on like a second in command, or like another captain, essentially. And at some point, head off to your own cabin, rest. We will pick up in 2 weeks. No D&D next week.
Oh. Shucks.
You want to hear Tantric Yoda?
Oh, yes, it's
I've
good.
been waiting this
That's
entire
fine.
time.
Thank you.
Works out perfect.
Yes, it does. I am a happy person now.
Want to listen to a song about me?
I got that. We should play that too.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will be back. What is that day?
15.
We'll be back the 15th of December at 6 o'clock with the other campaign, picking up with this campaign at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We're all rolled out.
Woo! Mr. Cookie Bot, brought to you by Dr. Creamson. Woo!